Hey guys, so apologies for any noises you hear in the background. They're redoing the apartment next to mine, and it's just something I'm dealing with right now. I wanted to talk a little bit about personal expression as a performing musician and specifically my own journey, but also kind of some of the things that I think need to be thrown out the window in terms of rules and kind of empowering people to be themselves. So, obviously, I'm not exactly the cookie cutter classical musician girl anymore. I wear a lot of makeup, I have very intense jewelry, and I have a shaved head. And that's not exactly what the traditional orchestral player is meant to look like. However, that doesn't mean that I can't play in orchestras and that I can't be myself while playing in orchestras. I've made videos in the past about Concert Black, and I still think my opinions on that are the same. Concert Black is a unifying factor for large ensembles, and it's something that makes you part of the unit rather than a soloist, and in that setting, that's important. But that doesn't mean that you can't have your own subtle jewelry or your own makeup or your own haircut. We don't have to be clones of each other. Concert Black is there as the unifying factor, which means that you shouldn't have to conform just to be part of the group. And then in solo settings and in chamber settings, you absolutely shouldn't have to look like everyone else. Especially as a soloist, you're meant to stand out and you're meant to be able to express yourself, and anyone who tells you otherwise is wrong. I'm sorry. In chamber settings, obviously you're working with other people, but it's still a more casual in terms of the way that you're interacting with each other. You're not one of 100, you're one of maybe 5. And that means that you guys can show who you are more. I think the idea that Concert Black should be carried into chamber settings is kind of silly, and I don't really do it a lot. I love formal with a splash of color, like black bottom, colorful top, whatever it is. I really like being able to express myself in my clothing and in what I'm wearing along with the music, because I'm usually playing other people's music, and this gives my character and who I am a little bit more weight in my performance. I also think that makeup is something that we should embrace more as musicians. I know that a lot of teachers tell you not to wear heavy makeup. Some people might not even be allowed to wear nail polish, and I think that's ridiculous. It's personal expression, and it's art, and it's fun, and there's no reason that you should be banned from doing it just because it's not traditional or your teacher thinks that it's not appropriate. I didn't wear nail polish for almost 6 years because of a teacher telling me that they didn't think it was appropriate. And I like nail polish. I like it. It's fun. I wear it not super frequently because I'm lazy, but that's my own choice. And it's not someone else's. And I think that's the most important thing is, why are we being held to standards of other people just because we're musicians? Everyone else in the world gets to express themselves how they want. Yes, there are dress codes and there's corporate rules and things like that, and those are stupid too. But we're artists and we get to express ourselves through our music, so why shouldn't we be able to express ourselves through what we wear and how we look? I am a much better musician because I'm confident in who I am, and I love who I am, and I love how I look. And when I'm on stage, I know what I'm presenting is me and who I am. And that's a really powerful thing. So why are we taking that away from people just because we don't think it's appropriate? On the subject of tattoos, I personally don't have any, so I can't exactly give my own opinion, except for the fact that I think that they're fine. I understand that there are certain places that tattoos can be that aren't super great, but that's your own choice. And just the idea that other people can judge what you do with your life and your body is just ridiculous. And I'm just sick of the standards of the classical music community being stuck in the 18th century. We're forward-thinking people in the 21st century, and we're holding ourselves to standards where women couldn't show their ankles. Like, really? We're actually doing that. And yes, I'm very liberal, very progressive person, and you're welcome to disagree with me and you're welcome to tell me I'm wrong. It's not going to change how I feel, and I'm hoping that other people agree with me and can help change this culture a little bit, because it's stuck in the past and we can't survive like that. There's so many parts of our community and our culture that are so old and outdated, and this is a huge one. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'm really interested, and I'd love to hear other opinions. Can't say I'll agree with them, but I definitely want to engage and hear what you guys think. If you like this video, give it a like. If you're new here, subscribe. If you want to support me more, check out my Patreon, and I will see you guys on Saturday.